Find the dividends received on 60 shares of rupees 20 each if 9% dividend is declared. So dividend generally declared on the face value. How many shares are there? 60 shares. Per shares value rupees 20. So what is the total value of the 60 shares? 60 into 20 is equal to rupees 1200. Rate of dividend is 9%. So what will be the amount of the total dividend? 1200 into 9%, that comes to 108, that is rupees 108. Come to the next problem. A company declares 8% dividend to the shareholders. If a man receives a rupees 2840 as his dividend, find the nominal value of his shares. So dividend rate is 8%. So given that the amount of dividend, that is 2840, so that 2840 representing the 8%. So divided by 8 into 100, that comes to rupees 35,500. Okay, so nominal value of his shares is 35,500 rupees. Come to the next problem. A man buys 210 rupees shares at rupees 1250 each. Okay, and receives a dividend of 8%. Find the amount invested by him and the dividend received by him in cash. So 10 rupees share at rupees 12.50. So it is called the at premium. Whenever you are selling shares or purchasing shares more than the face value, it is called at premium. So here the face value is rupees 10. How many shares are there? 200 shares. So 200 into 10. So face value of 200 shares will be rupees 2000 rupees. Now amount invested 200 into 12.50, that is 2500. Rate of dividend is 8%. So always dividend will be declared on the face value, not on the market value. So whatever may be the price you have purchased or sold your shares or debentures, the dividend will be calculated always on the face value. So 2000 into 8%, that comes to rupees 160. Okay, come to the next problem. Find the market price of 5% rupees 100 shares when a person gets a dividend of rupees 65 by investing rupees 1430. So here the dividend value is the 60 rupees 65. Market price, find the market price of 5% rupees 100 shares. Okay, so here rate of dividend 5%. So total face value 65 divided by 5 into 100. Okay, that comes to rupees 1300. If the face value is rupees 1300, then the market value will be rupees 140. Here it is a printing mistakes, it will be it's a typing mistake, it will be 1430. So if the face value is rupees 100, then the market value will be 1430 divided by 1300 into 100, that comes to rupees 110. Now come to the next problem. Salman buys 50 shares of the face value of rupees 100 available at rupees 132. So face value 100, market value 132. How many shares? 50 shares are there. What is his investment? Question number 1. If the dividend is 7.5% per annum, what will be his annual income? If he wants to increase his annual income by rupees 150, how many extra shares should he buy? So what is the given information? Face value 100, market value 132, number of shares 50. So investment, number of shares into market value. So 50 shares into 132, that comes to 6600. We have income per share, that is 7.5% of face value. So per shares 7.5%, 7.5 divided by 100 into 100, that comes to rupees 7.5 into 50. So annual income is rupees 375. Therefore new income, annual income 375 plus 150, that comes to 525. So therefore number of shares 525 divided by 7.5, 70. So the number of extra shares to be increased, 70 minus 50 is equal to 20. Now come to the next problem. A lady holds 1800 rupees 1 shares of a company that pays 15% dividend annually. Calculate her annual dividend. If she had bought these shares at 40% premium, what percentage return does she get on her investment? Give your answer to the nearest integer. Total number of shares 1800 given over there in the question. Nominal value means face value rupees 100. Rate of dividend also given over there, that is the 15%. So total face value of 1800 shares, 1800 into 100, that is 1,80,000. Total dividend 1,80,000 into 15%, that comes to 2,700 rupees. Therefore market value of each share, that is 100 plus 40, 140. Now the total investment 140 into 1800, that comes to rupees 2,52,000. Therefore percentage on his return, that is the 2 lakh, that is here the 27,000 into 100 divided by 2,52,000, that comes to 10.7%. So our mathematical rule is, after the point if the digit is 5 or greater than 5, we can convert to the next digit. So that comes to 11%. Come to the next problem. What sum should a person invest in rupees 25 shares selling at rupees 36, obtain an income of rupees 720 if the dividend declared is 12%? Also find the percentage return on his income. So given the nominal value of each share, that is 25, market value 36, total income rupees 720, rate of dividend 12%, each and every information is given over there. So therefore the total nominal value, that is 720 divided by 12 into 100, that comes to 6,000 rupees. Number of shares 6,000 divided by 25, that comes to 240. So total investment 240 into 36, that market value, that comes to rupees 8640. Now the percentage return, that the 720 into 100 divided by 8640, that comes to 8.3%. Come to the next problem. Ashok invest rupees 26,400 on 12% rupees 25 shares of a company. If he receives a dividend of rupees 2,475, find the number of shares he bought and the market value of each share. So what is given information? Given investment 26,400, face value rupees 25, rate of dividend 12%, total dividend 2,475. So now apply a small formula. We know that dividend earned is equal to market price of the share into number of shares into R by 100. So number of shares will be 2475 divided by 12 into 100 divided by 25. That will be the 825 shares. Market value of each share, that is the 26,400 divided by 825, that is rupees 32. Come to the next problem. A man invests 4,500 in shares of a company which is paying 7.5% dividend. If 100 shares are available at a discount of 10%, find number 1, the number of shares he purchases, his annual income. So what is the given information? Investment 4,500, face value of each share 100, discount 10%, rate of dividend 7.5%. The market price of each share 100 minus 25 is equal to 75. The number of shares he purchased, that is the 4,500 divided by 75, is equal to 60. Dividend 7.5% of 60 into 100, that is rupees 450. Hence his annual income will be rupees 450. Come to the next problem. Amit Kumar invest rupees 36,000 in buying rupees 100 shares at rupees 20 premium. Premium means more price than the face value. The dividend is 15% per annum. Find the number of shares he buys, his yearly dividend, the percentage return on his investment. What is given information? That is given investment rupees 36,000, face value 100, premium 20, rupees 20, dividend 15%. So number of shares 36,000 divided by 120, that comes to 300. Dividend 15% of 100 into 300, that comes to 4,500. Percentage of return 4,500 divided by 36,000 into 100, that comes to 12.5%. Come to the next problem. Mr. Tewari invested rupees 29,040 in 15% of 100 shares, that is rupees 100 shares at a premium of 20%. Calculate the number of shares bought by Mr. Tewari, Mr. Tewari's income from investment, the percentage return on his, this should be his HIS in investment. So market value of one share 200 by 100 into 100. Actually it should be 120 by 100 into 100 plus 100. Okay. So 120, because it is 20% premium. This is a typing mistake. Number of shares, investment divided by the market value of one shares. So that comes to rupees 29,040. See, 29,040 divided by 120, that comes to rupees 242. Therefore income from investment 242 into 15, that comes to rupees 3630. Percentage return on his investment, dividend divided by market value into 100, that is 15 by 120 into 100, that comes to 12.5%. Come to the next problem. A man buys shares at the par value of rupees 10, yielding 8% dividend at the end of a year. Find the number of shares bought if he receives a dividend of rupees 300. So face value of the each share rupees 10, rate of dividend 8% per annum, total dividend 300. This much of information is given over there. So total face value of the share 300 divided by 8 into 100. Why? Because 8% dividend rate is given over there. Okay. That comes to rupees 3750. Total number of shares 3750 divided by 10, that comes to rupees 375. Come to the next question. A man invests rupees 8800 on buying shares of face value of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10%. If he earn rupees 1200 at the end of the year as dividend, find. Two questions are there. The number of shares he has in his company, the dividend percentage per share. So given investment 8800, face value given over there rupees 100, market value at 10% premium, so rupees 10 will be added. So 110, total income is 1200. So therefore the total face value will be the 8800 into 100 by 110, that comes to rupees 8000. Number of shares 8000 by 100, that will be 80. The rate of dividend will be 1200 into 100 divided by 8000, that comes to 15%. Come to the next problem. A man invested rupees 45,000 in 15% of rupees 100 shares quoted as rupees 125. So 100 rupees share selling at 125, that 25 rupees premium. When the market value of these shares rose to rupees 140, he sold some shares, just enough to raise rupees 8400. Calculate the number of shares he still holds. Number 2, the dividend due to him on these shares. So how to do these types of sum? That is given the investments given, that is 45,000, face value of each share, that is 125, face value of each share is rupees 100. Here this should be the market value, whatever may be that 45,000 invested at market value. So it should be 45,000 divided by 125. The number of shares 45,000 divided by 125, that comes to 360 shares. Income from shares sold, that is 8400. It is given over there, we have to get 8400. So 8400 divided by 140. Why 140? Because if the market value of the share rose to rupees 140. Okay. So face value of the share rupees 10, quoted as 125, but after that there is a further rise in the prices of the share, that is 140 rupees. So here the the number of shares sold, that is 8400 divided by 140, that comes to 60. So number of shares he holds, that is the 300. Number of the market value of 300 share, 300 into 140, that comes to rupees 4500. Okay, come to the next question. Ajay owns 560 shares of a company. The face value of each share is rupees 25. The company declares a dividend of 9%. Calculate the dividend that Ajay will get. The rate of interest on his investment if Ajay paid rupees 30 for each share. Now come to the solution part. The given number of shares 560, face value of each share 25, rate of dividend 9% per annum, total face value of 560 shares, that is 25 into 560, that comes to 14,000 rupees. Amount of dividend, that is 14,000 into 9%, that comes to rupees 1,260. Market value of each share rupees 30. So total investment 30 into 560, that comes to 16,800. Therefore, the percentage of investment, that is the interest on investment, that is the 1200 into 100 divided by that 16,800. This should be the 1260. This is also a typing mistake. 1260 into 100 by 16,800, that comes to 7.5%. Come to the next problem. A company with 10,000 shares of nominal value of rupees 100 declares an annual dividend of 8% to the shareholders. Calculate the total amount of the dividend paid by the company. Ramesh bought 90 shares of the company at rupees 150 per share. Calculate the dividend he received and percentage return on his investment. So here what is the given information? Number of shares, that is the 10,000. Nominal value of each share rupees 100. Rate of annual dividend 8%. So total face value 100 into 10,000, that comes to rupees 10 lakhs rupees. Dividend 10 lakhs into 8%, as 8% dividend is given over there, annual dividend. So the amount will be 80,000. Number of shares 90. See, it is the question paper. Number of shares 90. Face value of each share rupees 150. Actually, this is not face value. This is a market value. This is also a typing mistake. This is market value. So total value of the 90 shares, this is the face value. Total face value of 90 shares, 100 into 90, that is 9,000 rupees. So therefore the amount of the dividend, that is the 9,000 into 8%, that comes to rupees 720. Market value of 90 shares, that is 90 into this should be 150, because in the question paper it is given over there per share. Market value is the 150, so we have to take 150, 90 into 150, that comes to rupees 13,500. So therefore the rate of interest rupees 720 into 100 divided by 13,500, that comes to 5.3%. Let's come to the next problem. A company with 4,000 shares of nominal value of rupees 110 declares annual dividend of 15%. Calculate the total number of dividend paid by the company. Number 2, the annual income of Saruk, may be the person who holds the 88 shares in the company. Number 3, if he received only 10% of his investment, find the price Saruk paid for each shares. 2008. Let's come to the solution part. Number of shares 4,000. Face value 110 given over there. So total face value 110 into 4,000, that comes to 4,40,000 rupees. Rate of annual dividend 15%, so 4,40,000 into 15%, that comes to rupees 66,000. Number of shares Shahrukh has 88, so face value 88 into 110, that comes to rupees 9680. Annual dividend 9680 into 15%, that comes to rupees 1452. The rate of annual income on his investment, that is 10%, that is 1452 into 100 divided by 10, that will be rupees 14,520. The market value of each share, that is 14,520 divided by 88, that comes to rupees 165.